OK final, the WSK Euro Series. Lammers leads them up to the line. We race. Great start from Kirill Kutzkov from the second roll. The grid tries to take the lead. Thomas Stoltemanis, what a start. Full of energy, the Latvian takes the lead. Launches by Lammers. Thomas Stoltemanis goes P1 in the opening stages of the OK final here at Franciacorta. A storming start from Thomas Stoltemanis on the inside, around the outside. That was the best start we have seen in years. He leads them down the hill for the first time. Lammers in second place. K&B goes position 3. A clean start for the OK final. Gabriel Gomez on the back of Kutzkov, who goes up the inside of the Japanese driver, who's in the grass. Powell takes his teammate around the outside. Stoltemanis leads by half a second. Lammers, Kutzkov, and the boy from Brazil, Gabriel Gomez. What a start from Thomas Stoltemanis. Nick Panigata watching on from pit lane, still smiling at that one. His boy with an outrageous start around the outside. Thomas started from grid 5. He's got the lead. Lammers second. There's Kutzkov. Menino do Brasil. That's the CRG of Gabriel Gomez, who's been lightning quick here this week. In fact, the CRGs have been so quick all year. There's Enzo down the inside of R2 Poulan. And last year, junior world champion, the Red Bull Junior, moves up a position. The tie goes by. He's in position 6. Lammers with Kutzkov behind him. The DPK racing driver, 256, the Kart Republic, the rest of the field going through. Costa, Pavan, Ty, Turney, up into 13th from 19th ahead of Eichmanns. Sambudla, Iglesias, Alicia Bichkova, Tunon and Mattia Kolnagi, last year's Euro champ. Anatoly Kavalkin rounds out the 20. Kutzkov up the inside of Lammers. Gomez, that's GG on the outside of Rene. In the CRG, can't do it this time. The two Premier Racing Team riders, 5 and 6. It's Powell and Tavanishko. Their teammate, Kim Nakamura-Berta, who started from grid 2, falls back to P9, the fastest driver on the circuit, with the Spanish-born boy from Bangkok, Thailand. It's Enzo Tavanishko, but Gomez sends it on the inside of Lammers. That wasn't the cleanest move in history, but he's made it stick. Credit to Lammers, he gave him space. It was either move over for the CRG or end up in the wall. Lammers did not really need to do that. He could have fed the CRG driver a wheel. Chose better of it. It's cost him 3 positions though, as Enzo down the inside of Alex. And the two Prema teammates trade positions. Regardless, Gomez is now in position 3 in the CRG. Tavanishko, Powell, Rene Lammers, Poulan for AKM Motorsport. Sebastiano Pavan, Kim Nakamura-Berta, Phil McLaughlin, the Irishman on debut in WSK for VDK, rounds out the 10. Lap 5 of 20, so 1/4 race distance. Kutzkov with the 47.42, 47.45 for Stoltemanis. So just 1,000th or so of a second between the Latvian and the Russian. Gomez, a South American in P3. There's the two Prema drivers. Lammers has to defend slightly. Poulan takes the Dutchman. They fight further back in the pack. Eichmanns, Iglesias, Costa, Turney, Kolnagi, 2-9 from South Africa. Lithuania, Sambudla. Kutzkov with a 47.28, a 47.35 for Stoltemanis. The DPK Russian is catching. There is Gomez, the CRG Road Rebel. Credit also to BM Engines, Nicola Boscaini. He's worked magic with the CRG team. Throughout 2023, a dynamic combination. CRG Road Rebel, the BM-tuned Iami. There's another one in the background, not too far back either, in the form of Louis Iglesias, who's come from grid 23 to be on the edge of the top 10. He's in 12th place behind Phil McLaughlin. Sebastiano Pavan behind Lammers ahead of Poulan. Nathan Tai and Kim Nakamura back into P10. Thomas Dolchemanis, the gap is 1 second. Luis Iglesias with a 47.19. There's his teammate Gabriel Gomez. Iglesias driving for CRG. In P12, there's his teammate in third, also in the CRG Road Rebel. The Black Machines from Desenzano with the BMI Amy engines are the fastest karts on the circuit. Enzo trying to stay with the South American champion. There's Poulan in the background ahead of Nathan Tai. The Red Bull Junior, last year's junior world champion for the Prema Racing team, Enzo Tavanishko. At the moment, one step off the podium. He stood on it here in February, the second round of the WSK Supermaster Series. That was the first race, the world debut for the Prema Racing team here at Franciacorta. Enzo Tavanishko finishing third that day to the Great Dane David Walter, who's down in 19th place at the moment. The gap is 0.9 of a second. Kutskov takes just a 10th out of the Latvian. There's Gomez. The Prema Racing duo, Tavanishko and the Jamaican, Alex Powell. Lammers using every piece of the ripple strip. It doesn't look as though he'll make the podium unless the Paralympic cut really comes on in the second half of the race. The gap 0.98 of a second, now is down to 0.871. Kutskov is starting to catch Stoltemanis. Here's Eichmans, Turney, Costa, Tunon, Kavalkin, Walter, Kolmagi going through. Tavanishko staying with the South American. Third in the Copa de Brazil last year, the Euro Championship race win. He's on the podium at the moment. It is CRG in position 3, Kart Republic 2, but it's the Energy Kart. 13 European Championships for Michele Panagada's Energy Course team. Multiple WSK titles, including last year's WSK Open Cup, won by Thomas Stoltemanis. That was on the first day of October at Lonato, South Garda Karting. The gap down to 0.7. Kutskov with a 47.14. He's almost into the 46ers. Thomas needs to drive it into the second half of the final. At the end of this lap, Stoltemanis superb, also racing KZ2 throughout 2023. This super talented Latvian, Kutskov. The same can be said for him as well. The young Russian driver with the Slovenian heritage for the Spanish team here in the north of Italy in second place from the South American, the Spanish-born boy from Bangkok, Thailand. That's Enzo Tavanishko ahead of the Jamaican sensation, Alex Powell. Stoltemanis, it's down to 0.5. Kutskov has cut the lead down from 1 second to 0.555 of a second. Gomez trying to shake the tie. Last year's junior world champion, the Red Bull Junior. As they go past the abandoned karts in the background, Andrea Dupe, Olivieri is out. Teresa Babichkova, the Falcon kart of Jens Truer, and Matteo Giacardi is also out, the driver from Monte Carlo. The second half of the final, the WSK Euro Series, that was Finn McLaughlin in the background. Alex Powell driving the wheels off the Kart Republic Prema Kart. Alex 227, P5, Enzo 226, a step off the podium, 0.4 of a second. 47.32 for Thomas, 47.16 for Kirill in P2. Stoltemanis, can he take victory? He's been caught by Kirill Kutskov. It's not the hardest track in the world to pass on. Still incredibly difficult, but given the fast-flowing nature, particularly down into the hotel hairpin, a move is on. He will have to defend for his life. Here's Gomez, still holding off the Prema duo. Lemmer's going through. Sebastiano Pavan, Nathan Tai, Louis Places now into 9 by the Irishman, Finn McLaughlin. Stays at 0.3. Thomas responds. Kutzkoff closes up on this part of the circuit. Thomas is good in the first sector. The gap is officially 0.361 of a second. We'll check it next time as he locks up under brakes. The most outrageous start we have seen in ages from Thomas to come from grid 5 to take the lead. 0.3, Thomas puts in a purple first sector. He's withstanding the challenge for the moment. Energy course, position 1. DPK Racing in P2. Gomez still in position 3 in the CRG, 2.7 seconds off the battle for the lead. He has to defend from the premature as we move into the final third, almost the final quarter of the OK final, round 1 of the WSK Euro Series for 2023. Stoltemanis lets the kart drift over the ripple strip, out of the hotel hairpin. Good horsepower from the Match Action TM engine on the energy course kart. 0.3 of a second, it stays the same. Kirill can't do it. He's thrown everything at the Latvian. What has he got left? The gap is 0.318. IAMI Kart Republic, TM Energy. Management of the MG tyres here on a warm day, the 3rd day of September. The first weekend of September, the 18th season of WSK promotion competition. They go down the hill. Stoltemanis. This is where Kutzkoff closes up. 129 k's an hour. Down the start-finish straight last time. There's Enzo letting it drift. Sebastiano looks behind. Nathan Ty. And then Louis Iglesias. There's Eichmanns, Costa, Kavalkin, Turney, Mutfield, and David Walter. Simone Bianco going through ahead of Matthias Morgato and Simon Reckenmacher. The gap is staying the same, 0.308. Thomas Superb does not flinch, of course. He's from Latvia. The drivers from the Baltic states, you cannot intimidate. The problem is he's got a Russian behind him who stood on the podium multiple times. And okjunior going back to 60 Mini as well. His parents, Super Kutzkoff and Mother Kutzkoff, watching on along with Daniela Mini Kutzkoff and Micro Kutzkoff. The Kutzkoff family here. They're in P2 at the moment. Good exit from Thomas out of the hotel hairpin. The gap is 0.29, so a couple of 1,000ths. 47.229, 47.216 for Kutzkoff. They both pull away from Gomez. The Brazilian in position 3. Almenino from South America holding off for Ty. Enzo, Alex in P5. Kutzkoff's good through the left-hander. Races down the hill, but good horsepower from the TM on the energy. Look how wide they're letting it drift. Down into the hotel hairpin. Now Kirill Kutzkoff closes up under brakes. The gap last time, 0.295. I'll tell you in just a moment. As Thomas now with 3 laps remaining. 0.3. He pulls away slightly. Thomas Stoltemanis. 0.3 now for the first time in this race. Pulls out ever so slightly from the DPK Racing driver. Diego Pablo Karting from Spain, from Asturias. Home circuit of Fernando Alonso, Circuit and Museum at Oviedo. Their drivers in P2. Have a look at the front nose cone of Kirill Kutzkoff. Let's hope that is just superficial and not out of place. We'll leave that for others to decide. He sends it down the inside. A late move. He's on the inside. Thomas on the outside. Oh, what a move from Kirill. From 0.3 of a second. Watch the response from Thomas. Down into turn 2, rides up and puts Kutzkoff in the marbles. He says, cop that, mate. No, you don't. Thomas takes him back. Will not tolerate an attack from Kirill Kutzkoff. Awesome racing from both Kirill and Thomas. He tried it from a long way back. Thomas has got good horsepower from the TM coming out of the hotel hairpin and responded immediately. Ruthless was Stoltemanis. Just stares behind as if to say, try that again, mate. Just see what happens. This is the last lap of the race. Team Energy in first place. Now he looks left. The gap is half a second. Fastest lap of the race for Kutzkoff, 47.145, but he's 0.5 of a second behind. Gomez P3, he tried it once. It was worth an attack. Stoltemanis, with the most fantastic start we have seen in seasons, took the lead from grid 5 on the second corner of the race. He pulls away from Kutzkoff. They come down the hill for the final time. Kutzkoff, surely he's too far back to repeat. Kutzkoff tries it. Thomas knows he's coming. He won't do it. Comes out of the hotel hairpin. They're cheering at the hotel. The checkered flag waves. Thomas Stoltemanis wins round 1 of the WSK Euro Series for the Energy Course racing team. Kirill Kutzkoff with a 47.13 purple lap on the final lap P2. O menino do Brasil, the boy from Brazil, Gabriel Gomez for Team CRG, home in position 3. The Latvian Thomas Stoltemanis for Team Energy. DPK Racing with Kirill Kutzkoff, P2. The boy from Brazil, Gabriel Gomez, position 3. Then the Prema Racing duo, Enzo and Alex. Pavan Lammers, the pole sitter. Nathan Ty, Louis Iglesias and Finn McLaughlin, a fantastic debut in WSK for the Irish VDK Racing pilot in position 10. Stay with us on WSK, the podium presentation for OK in just a moment.